Hello, this is Felice Mueller from the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. We are here today to talk with candidates running in the May 20th, 2025 special election. We're grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters Education Fund, the Weiss Foundation, and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me today is Pam Shields, who's running for the position of Centennial School District Director, Position 7 at large. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you, Felicia.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Thank you. Well, I'm a native Oregonian, born and raised actually in Hood River, and moved here to Portland when I went to college. I've raised my family here, and my grandchildren are here. I am a lifelong educator, from working in my mother's daycare center to teaching at Centennial High School for a short period of time, and then my career at Mount Hood Community College in the business department. You also were saying, like, why am I running for this? I've been living in Centennial for over 30 years. My husband is a graduate of the Centennial School District. So you might say that Centennial is a family affair for us. And the community here is kind of near and dear to our hearts. And this is a way for me to be giving back to the community that has also served my children and now my grandchildren. So I'm seeking one more term on the board at Centennial. Great group of people. I would like to continue my service there.
Thank you. What skills and experience would you bring to school board services?
I've already been serving for 4 additional terms prior to this. So part of what I found that I brought was some stability and some history. Where we are is important, but where we have been is also important. And so as boards turn over every 4 years, it's nice to have somebody within the structure that has the history of where we've been and why these decisions have been made as we move into bond decisions, budget decisions, staffing positions, etc. What I see on our board now is this really great middle ground, if you will, of service time. And so I'm looking forward to just being that mentor board member, as well as acting as a board member, but that mentor person for those of individuals who are new to the role. At this point in time, I've served as chair and vice chair. I'm currently the vice chair. And I'm looking forward to supporting the new leadership and the board that's going to be seated in July.
Thank you. And so how would you address the issues facing the district schools that you consider the most urgent?
You know, and I saw, because the most urgent is the funding. We're just not adequately funded. And this is true for any school district in the state of Oregon. It's been true since the 80s. So pressuring, if you will, to the forefront with our legislators is the funding of our schools. Centennial in specific, we have done very well in the sense of working and teaching and providing services within our means. So I'm proud of that as a board and our budget committee, which is our board and 7 other community members. But other than the funding, the next is attendance. You can't learn unless you're in school. You can't progress unless you're there. And sometimes, because of the pressures that our families feel, that attendance of their child in school wanes. And when they're not there, their progress is stunted. So attendance has become a real focus for us. It's a little bit of the aftermath of the pandemic, but it's also about economics, access, etc. So this past year in our district, at each of our school buildings, that has been a focus. How do we make sure and ensure that our students can get to our buildings, be there to be able to be educated and also want to be there. That's an important part of what we do.
Well, thank you. You are listening to the Video Voters Guide interview and podcast of Pam Shields, who is running for Centennial School District Director Position 7 at large. Pam, what is your understanding of the primary functions and responsibilities of a public school board member?
It's statutory in the state of Oregon. We're very lucky to have a very vibrant local control environment where we are statutorily required to oversee things like budget, which is a huge part of what we do. We're also hire and evaluate our superintendent. We also are responsible for policy. And policy comes down from laws and then interpreted through policy in hopefully in the best interest of our parents and our students. The other one that comes about that I think is probably overlays all of it is the ability to communicate to our constituents. And our constituents aren't just our parents and our students. We think of that as a primary, but our constituents are all of the people who are in our district who are supporting our schools. Anybody who's a taxpayer in the Centennial School District has a stake in what we do and in the future of the students that we're educating. So we don't listen just to our students and our parents, but the constituency as a whole. So there are 7 of us on the Centennial School Board, and with our ears open, hearing what the concerns are, we can bring those things back to the district, address them, answer them, move forward if there's something that isn't working as we would like it to be. So we're that conduit, a community conduit to the functioning of a school.
Thank you. This concludes our Video Voters Guide and podcast interview of the League of Women Voters of Portland's Pam Shields, who's running for the Centennial School District Director Position 7. And Election Day is Tuesday, May 20th. To find additional election resources, please visit the League of Women Voters of Portland's website. That's at lwvpdx.org. And then exercise your right to vote. Your voice matters. Thank you so much for your interest.